All right. Yes.
Cool. All right. Good morning, everybody. We all love to go to the movies. We all love to escape for a few hours and enjoy a good flick. Enjoy a good flick at the multiplex. And what has happened in the last few decades of film is a switch to digital cameras. I'll be discussing how digital cameras are changing the scope of modern filmmaking. As you can see, this is an image from the movie Sin City, done by the filmmaker Robert Rodriguez, which was done completely on digital. The interesting thing about all this is when they did these films, there are no backgrounds. It was all green screen, blue screen, just the actors, and a lot of times actually the actors weren't even on screen with each other. All because of digital cameras, they were able to have one person film, do another person, and then digitally, through a computer system, put them all together in one scene. Apart from my research, I am an avid film nut, and someone who studies film just viciously. I really enjoy checking out the behind-the-scenes stuff of the films. I'll buy the special edition DVDs just so I can see how everything was made. I love to see how it goes. I get a lot of information on how the process goes from the image to the set to the screen, and I think it's really fascinating. Today, I will enlighten you with an aspect of digital filmmaking. I will enlighten you with the aspect of digital cameras in film and how they're superior to the older celluloid cameras and how this is the new future of filmmaking. Now, the greatest advantage of digital cameras is that they offer the filmmakers immediate feedback. What this means is on set, they can shoot a scene and watch it as it's going on, how it's going to look as the finished product, so that they can rework effect shots and see exactly what they want in the end. Now, celluloid film requires a filmmaker to have to wait until the film is processed to view it. Now, if you've ever seen a behind-the-scenes shot, they will show a filmmaker filming with a TV monitor watching the shot, but that's just pretty much to gauge the actors and the shot itself. They won't actually know how the shot turned out till later after the film has been processed. Now, exposure to light can affect a film stock, and it won't be known till after a shot. They can not find out till days later that the shot was actually ruined because the lighting was not done. Now, a digital camera responds to light with what's called a CMOS or a CDC sensor. Now, while yes, it does get affected to light, it can be washed out, too much low light. They can at least see this on set and know how it looked. You know, they'll obviously have to fix it like any other production, but later, if you did it on celluloid film, you'd find out much later that the shot was ruined, which can, you know, be bad. Now, a film like Avatar, they were able to make lifelike shots like this, and I wish the lights were down so you could see it much more impressive when it's not washed out. They were able to actually do these kind of shots because they were done on digital camera, and they were actually able to put these effects as they were filming the actors, so they could watch on a monitor the actors performing like this, while the actors in real life were just covered with sensors all over their face. But this helped the directors make a better film, and as we all know, this is now the most profitable film ever made, over $2 billion worldwide. They were able to do these kind of things because they were able to actually see how the final product would look and fine-tune it and make it better. The use of digital cameras makes special effects shots easier to add to films by being able to upload into the editing software almost immediately. Images like Brad Pitt as an old man being superimposed, once again, I wish this wasn't washed out. Images like Brad Pitt as an old man being superimposed onto a child's body are done with seamless ease, and are now able to be done just incredibly easy. Now, the use of digital film keeps the costs down on the film. Let me start over. The use of digital film keeps the cost down on a film and are smaller or more practical. Shooting on film stock, the cost of film, then to process it, clean it, cut it, costs several $1,000s. A film that has several hundred hours of footage that may be processed to be viewed, then edited. So a film that is 2 hours long could have over 220 hours of film they have to go through. That's film that has to be processed, clean, cut, all that stuff. Digital cameras help aid in quicker shots, or quicker shoots, and by storing the digital information better and being able to upload it into computer software almost immediately. Now this is a picture of the Panavision Genesis. This is the kind of film camera they shot Sin City on. Superman Returns. It's a much smaller camera. They don't need large spools of film, large spools to hold the film, which allow the filmmakers greater mobility and able to get tighter shots without all the setup, compared to a Panavision Panaflex 35mm, which is this kind of camera, which is pretty much industry standard. Now some filmmakers, like Michael Mann, once again washed out, have exclusively used digital cameras in his most recent films as an artistic style, but also because they utilize the ability for quick setups and the ability to shoot in reasonably low light. Now, low-budget or no-budget movies also use digital cameras for the fact they are keeping production costs down on stock instead of having to waste money on stock and processing. Now, the future of the film industry is obviously they want to keep their costs low, but they want to keep their product quality high. And surely digital filmmaking is the way to make this happen. The ability to make fantastical worlds like Pandora and Avatar, and the ability to make actors age or de-age 70 years, like in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, will continue to draw people to the theater for years to come. And the best way to convey these images is through the art of digital photography. Thank you.
Paul, what did you think?
It's a really good topic. It makes me interesting, and he have a good introduction by using like really catching picture, visual stuff, and then during his speech he used many like examples and explain it, so it makes people like really like pay attention about like what he said, and then it's well organization, but I think like some citation should have in your speech to like make it like more effective, and like the conclusion was clear. So I think overall it's working.
All right. Let's see. The opening section's okay. I think it could be a little bit more interesting, but you've got the visual there, and it sets up what you're talking about. We know the subject area. I think the phrasing on you had a little bit of trouble even getting through that thesis statement, so that's something that needs to be sharpened up a bit. I like the personal justification that you gave for talking about the subject. I mean, this is something you're enthusiastic about and interested in, and that's why you want to talk about it, and I think that helps add some credibility there. I do think you need a little bit more setup of the structure. I get the general ideas of some of the things that you're talking about, but I don't get a sense of movement toward that objective because the structure, I think, is a little loose. The visuals are okay. You do seem to be apologizing for them a couple of times, and that's something that maybe could be helped by a little bit more planning. Have somebody turn off the light. That might help sharpen up some of the images that you're talking about. Maybe have some contrasting images, too, so we can see the difference between the color, for instance, or the light saturation in a celluloid film versus a digital shot. I did like the contrast picture that you had with the two cameras. I thought that worked really well. However, I did think that the one explanation that you had tells me why, one of the reasons I don't want to see too many films on digital. That means they've got that little camera shooting those things close up and the damn thing moves. I like the big camera. It sits still so I don't get sick to my stomach watching the damn movie. Holy criminy. Shaky cam, the most annoying thing in the movies in the last 40 years, other than the elimination of Chuchi fruits being sold at the concession stand. All right, I thought you did a nice job talking to the audience. Like I said, the visuals, I think you use them mostly as transitions between ideas. They actually give more structure to the speech than you do. I thought you had a very nice summary at the end of the speech, trying to remind us what it was that you were trying to talk about, and a good exit line. So that was fine. All right, thank you.